Okay, I hope you can hear me. So here's a little video about why write. Why I do it anyway. I know what it's like to really want to get something out there and want people to read it, want people to hear it, and I'm sure you do too. And any writer that does that, you're going to face plenty of rejections, maybe some acceptances along the way too. But you know what we're going for, what I'm going for when I'm writing. Well, I'm going to use this passage from our good buddy Walt Whitman here, from Leaves of Grass. And he says, "My words are words of questioning and to indicate reality." And then he goes on, which is kind of cool. It's kind of like what we do as writers, right? We question and we also sort of portray reality as we see it. Then he goes on to do a bunch of comparisons here. He says, "This printed bound book, but the printer and printing office boy." So he's contrasting, the one thing with the thing behind it. "The marriage and estate settlement, but the body and mind of the bridegroom and those of the bride. The panorama of the sea, but the sea itself. I like this one a lot. The well-taken photographs, but your wife or friend close and solid in your arms." Right? The thing behind the thing is the thing with art. You know this. The fleet of ships of the line and all the modern improvements, but the craft and pluck of the admiral. The dishes and fanfare and fare and furniture, but the host and hostess and the look out of their eyes. The sky up there, yet here or next door or across the street. The saints and sages of history, but you yourself. Sermons and creeds and theology, but the human brain and what is called reason and what is called love and what is called life. So your life and the people that you know and the things that you read about and see and experience are interesting. And even our best writing doesn't even really do justice to life, but we try to. So it isn't really, of course we're going to seek that, but it's not. Keep in mind, there's something behind the publishing, the books, the websites, all that. Behind the letters themselves are stories, our life, that we only partially tell, but it feels good to try. I'm kind of reminded of a story with a Civil War general, and he might not have been a general, he was an officer. And when his soldiers saw him, they started cheering. And he said, "Spare me your goddamn applause and fight." And that's kind of how it is with writing. If you have some success, or if you admire the work of some great writer, don't put them on a pedestal. Do what they did, but for your life and for the world as you see it.